1989 exploring abandoned buildings from World War I and II. Imagine stepping into a place that has been frozen in time, the place each crack in the wall, each rusted hinge, and every shattered window tells a story of war and destruction. It's like stepping into a time-computing device and witnessing records firsthand. These abandoned constructions are a portal to the past, a region, the place you can nearly hear the echoes of the troopers who has soon occupied them. Welcome to a world of forgotten history, where the ghosts of the previous nevertheless hang out in the present. Today, we're diving into the heart of darkness and exploring abandoned buildings from World War I and II. These are the places where they were once written, the place the battles that formed our world had been fought, and the places troopers laid down their lives. Now, they are simply decaying relics of a bygone era, ready to be rediscovered. Are you ready to be a part of this experience and discover the secrets and techniques of the past? Let's discover the abandoned constructions of World War I and II together. During World War I and II, several structures had been developed for military purposes. These constructions performed a considerable function in shaping the path of records and had been as soon as stuffed with troopers making ready for battle. From barracks and hospitals to munitions factories and airfields, these constructions have been imperative to the battle effort. Exploring these abandoned constructions from World War I and II presents a special possibility to acquire a deeper appreciation of wartime records and the sacrifices made by soldiers. One of the most iconic structures from World War II is the Auschwitz detention camp in Poland. Over 1 million Jews and different minority corporations have been killed right here in the course of the Holocaust. Today, it stands as a stark reminder of the horrors of warfare and the atrocities dedicated to using the Nazis. The camp is open to the public, and site visitors can discover the variety of constructions and research about the records of the Holocaust. Other excellent constructions from World War I and II consist of the Imperial War Museum in London, the D-Day landing beaches in Normandy, France, and the War Remnants Museum in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Exploring these abandoned buildings from World War I and II gives a special standpoint on the records of the war. It approves us to join with the previous and higher apprehend the sacrifices made through soldiers. By exploring these buildings, we can achieve a deeper perception of the activities that formed the root of records and the effect they had on the world we stay in today. The passage of time has taken its toll on these abandoned constructions from World War I and II. Many of them have been left to decay, and their partitions are now included in mildew and graffiti. The roofs have collapsed, and the flooring is blanketed in debris. Exploring these constructions can be dangerous, and it is necessary to take precautions to continue to be safe. Despite their state of decay, these abandoned constructions from World War I and II nevertheless keep a sure beauty. The crumbling partitions and damaged home windows provide a glimpse into the previous and the activities that took area inside their walls. The graffiti that covers the partitions tells a story of its very own and provides to the ecosystem of the building. The peeling paint and rusted steel fixtures furnish an experience of nostalgia and transport us lower back in time. Exploring these abandoned buildings from World War I and II can be a surreal experience. As you stroll through the decaying corridors, it is effortless to think about the troopers who as soon as occupied the construction and the occasions that took vicinity inside its walls. The decay of these structures serves as a reminder of the passage of time and the significance of keeping history. Many accept as true that these abandoned constructions from World War I and II are haunted using the spirits of troopers who once occupied them. Reports of paranormal exercise in these constructions are common, and the eerie feeling you get when you discover them only provides intrigue. From ordinary noises and bloodless spots to apparitions and unexplained movements, the haunting memories at the back of these constructions are numerous. The most haunted construction from World War II is the Monte Cristo homestead in New South Wales, Australia. It was once as soon as a mansion and served as a medical institution for the duration of the war. The construction is stated to be haunted by the ghosts of troopers and sufferers who died inside its walls. Visitors have suggested seeing apparitions, listening to ordinary noises, and feeling a presence in the room with them. Other outstanding abandoned buildings from World War I and II encompass the Tower of London, the USS Hornet in California, and the Hauntingly Hospital in East Sussex. Exploring these haunted structures from World War I and II can be an interesting trip for those who are involved in the paranormal. While there is no assurance that you will journey any ghostly activity, the ecosystem of these constructions is undeniably spooky. It's vital to take precautions when exploring these constructions and to appreciate the records and reminiscences of those who has soon occupied them. Preserving the records of these abandoned buildings from World War I and II is vital to making sure that future generations can analyze the activities that took the region all through the wars. Many businesses are working to retain these buildings and flip them into museums or visitor attractions. By keeping these buildings, we can honor the sacrifices made by using troopers and maintain their reminiscence alive. Before exploring any abandoned buildings, it is essential to do your lookup and decide who owns the property. If the construction is on personal property, it is excellent to search for permission from the proprietor earlier than entering. If the building is on public property, such as a museum or historic site, there may additionally be regulations and guidelines in the area for exploring the building. It's additionally vital to take precautions when exploring these buildings. Wear fantastic apparel and footwear, deliver a flashlight and a first useful resource kit, and make certain anyone is aware of the place you are and when you design to return. Exploring abandoned structures can be dangerous, and it is essential to prioritize protection at all times. When exploring abandoned buildings from World War I and II, it is essential to think about the ethics of your actions. These constructions are commonly fragile and may additionally be in a country of disrepair. It's vital to be respectful of the records and recollections that these structures keep and to keep away from inflicting any similar damage. Leave nothing behind when exploring these buildings and take care now not to disturb any artifacts or historic objects. Graffiti and vandalism can similarly injure the building and erase vital historic information. By respecting the records and reminiscences of these buildings, we can make certain that they can proceed to inform their memories for generations to come. Additionally, it is essential to take into account that these constructions had been as soon occupied by way of troopers who made notable sacrifices for their country. It's necessary to method these structures with an experience of reverence and to take into account the bravery and braveness of those who as soon occupied them. Finally, exploring abandoned buildings from World War I and II can be a way to retain records and make certain that future generations can examine the past. By exploring these buildings, we can obtain a deeper perception of the activities that took location throughout the wars and honor the sacrifices made with the aid of troopers and civilians. By retaining these constructions and turning them into museums or vacation attractions, we can make sure that their memories are by no means forgotten. Exploring abandoned buildings from World War I and II is a special and lucrative trip that can deepen our grasp of history, join us with the paranormal, and assist us honor the sacrifices made by way of those who fought in the wars. It's vital to take precautions when exploring these buildings, to appreciate their records and memories, and to reflect on consideration of the felony and moral implications of our actions. By drawing close to these buildings with an experience of reverence and curiosity, we can unencumber the secrets and techniques of the previous and achieve a new standpoint on the occasions that formed our world. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel, History Hub. By subscribing, you'll never miss an opportunity to delve into the fascinating history of our world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.